Hey guys, welcome back to Comic Talk. No, it's been a while, but today, the last video, continuing the series on this channel where I watch each and every episode of Batwoman, Black Lightning, Supergirl, Batwoman, Flash, and Arrow. I probably said one twice, but this is the last episode, so this is leading up to the crossover, Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is basically part two of the review of Crisis on Infinite Earths. I did part one, so just go check out my last video, and maybe I'll have it in link in the description. Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? But today this is my last video doing this series. So I'm gonna probably do another. I'm gonna still continue on this channel, but I have a big announcement. Stay to the end of the video to see what the announcement is. But yeah, so it's gonna be a different channel now. It's just gonna be maybe in the same area as I've been doing, but we're not gonna be talking about Crisis. Any of the any of like the CW stuff anymore. But it's been a journey. Thank you guys who have been on me with it in with this series, watching each and every episode with me, and watching my videos, me reviewing the all the episodes leading up to Crisis on Infinite Earths. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. But if you guys can just give me a like, subscribe, that would help out a lot. But again, stay tuned to the end of the video. I have an announcement at the end of the video. Now we got all that stuff out of the way. Let's talk about part 4 and 5. Wow, this has been a crazy crossover. We had everybody in the crossover, which was fantastic. A lot of stuff that I thought was gonna happen did not happen. Like, again, this is a sport. If you haven't seen it, go watch the crossover. It's phenomenal. I do recommend you watch it. If you watch all the episodes, why haven't you watched this episode? I really like this the part two of it. I think this part two is stronger than part one. I think part one started off a little bit slow, but I do like how they finished it off. I was kind of like, oh, how are they gonna finish this? And so that's what but I really like this that part two. So again, spoilers, if you haven't seen it, this I'm gonna spoil it. So we're from part one, continue from when Oliver died, and we're like, oh, what happened to Oliver? He became the Spectre. I'm like, oh my goodness, he became the Spectre. I can't believe they actually did that. That was, if you guys don't know who the Spectre is, like a kind of like a ghost, kind of not a ghost. Very powerful, one of the most powerful people in the DC universe, and trust me, he's one of the most powerful people in the DC universe, alongside like with Lucifer and DC's the version of God or whatever. But the Spectre is pretty powerful, and more powerful than all the other Justice League members. So I think he's probably more powerful than Superman. That's just my opinion. But so Oliver becomes a Spectre, which was just crazy. The cameos, you think, oh, the cameos are not gonna stop, but I thought that the things that I thought that were gonna happen did not happen. Where John Diggle becoming Green Lantern, which we got a cameo of, like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie or whatever. They made a cameo. Ryan Reynolds did not make a cameo because Ryan Reynolds is not going to be Green Lantern ever again. I probably can guarantee that. And but they took from the movie. I was like, oh, is John Doe going to be Green Lantern? Is he going to be Green Lantern? No, they did not put him as Green Lantern. I thought that there was rumors that he was going to become Green Lantern. Maybe he will in the future. Maybe because they're doing continuing like the series with Mia Queen in 2024 34 or whatever. I forgot what year, 2034 or something like that, where they're in the future or whatever. And 2044, something like that. I think 2044, something like that. They're continuing this year, like the Canaries or whatever, with Diana Drake and Laurel Lance. and then Mia Queen as Green Arrow. So they're gonna continue that series, but in the future. And but I thought maybe that John Diggle can be Green Lantern in that series, but I thought on Crisis on Infinite Earth, I thought he was gonna be Green Lantern. He wasn't. Another thing, I thought that the Reverse Flash was gonna come back because he said, "I'll see you in the next Crisis." He was not in the Crisis. I thought that would have been really cool. Um, Reverse Flash. What we did get was a character called Gleek, something like this, some monkey or whatever. I was like, at the end, if you watched last episode, you see like this monkey. I looked him up because I had no idea who he was. Something from like the Super Friends or something. I looked him up. Um, I'll probably put a picture right here of him. That's him. Like, I guess I looked up a picture of this thing, and it's like a monkey or whatever. I guess I looked it up. It says from Super Friends. Um, Wait, let me look him up again. Be back in a flash. Okay, we're back. So Gleek is a fictional character appearing in the animated series Super Friends and his related spin-offs. His debut in the All-Star Super Friends Hour, which was first aired September 10th, 1977. Gleek's by Michelle Van, who voiced Zan. Publisher DC Comics. First appearance All-Star the all new Super Friends Hour, September 10, 1977, created by Hanna-Barbera. I guess the Hanna-Barbera who created like the Flintstones, the Jetsons, all that stuff. Um, Species Exlorian Monkey, place of origin Exor, team affiliation Super Friends, supporting character of the Wonder Twins, abilities. Prehensile tail can make bucket magically appear. The heck is that? Am I reading this right? Prehensile tail can make bucket magically appear. That doesn't even make sense. What is it? Who would want that? Okay, so here's another thing. Gleek is a blue alien monkey and pet of Zan and Jana, the Wonder Twins. Gleek is often used as comic relief for the series, as the character often gets into mischief. They are able to brainwash Gleek, and he helps them find the weakness of Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Robin. What the heck? So I guess this is from, Super Friends or whatever. So I've never heard of Gleek until I seen like I guess that Star Labs thing or whatever, and there was a cage and it opened. We didn't get to see Gleek. We didn't get to see him, but there's pictures online. You look up DC Gleek, and I'll put some pictures up right here. So there's one right there, and then here's another one. So yeah, I've never seen this character ever, never heard of this character. I never watched the Super Friends, so I have never. Like, who are the Wonder Twins? I don't even know who those. I've heard of them, I think, but here's I guess the Wonder Twins right here. I guess I don't know. I've never. Yeah, I don't know who these people are. So, but that's pretty cool. So maybe we'll get more explanation on who Gleek is, and the cool thing about this, Flash made a Hall of Justice, which was pretty. Well, it's already been there, but this is like the site. Member where like the abandoned warehouse where I think two crossovers ago. Two crossovers when they were facing the Dominators and all that stuff. That warehouse, so he put like a table there, so for like Black Lightning, Batwoman, well, he just made a Hall of Justice, and with all these characters, and Black Lightning's like, how often does the world end? And then they're like, yeah, like once a year, I guess, So he's like, oh, it's like that. So yeah, so we're gonna hopefully but after they saved the world, basically. I'm sorry, I'm rambling on. So I'm just because there's just a lot of stuff. So I'm just remembering stuff. So as I remember stuff, I am just saying them. So I remember after they save the world, Oliver sacrifices himself to save the universe, rebirth the universe. But remember how, well, we never got an explanation of where Black Lightning actually was. We don't know what Earth he was actually. We never found out. Because I watched the whole series, I'm like, okay, so we're gonna find out what Earth Black Lightning is on. He was not on Earth One. There is an Earth One Black Lightning, or a Jefferson Parish. Yes, Jefferson Parish. There was Earth One him, but he died, so that was not the Black Lightning from the Black Lightning show. That was not him. He was not from Earth One. He was from another Earth. I don't know what Earth he's from, but hopefully we will. Oops, sorry. Um, hopefully we'll find. We're never gonna find out because now, after Oliver the Spectre rebuilt the universe, he after defeating the Anti Monitor, he all the Earths are combined now. So remember how Supergirl's on Earth 8, then Black Lightning was on another Earth. Now everybody's on the same Earth, which I guess is pretty cool. Um, we don't have to be like, oh, super, so maybe we'll get more. I really want more cameos from each show coming on. So hopefully we get more cameos between the show. Now I'm not saying like do all of them all the time, but I'm just saying we can get more cameos between, like maybe Batwoman will help out Supergirl in an episode, or the Flash will help out the Legends in an episode, or Supergirl's gonna help out the Legends, or Supergirl helps out, Flash, just intermingling and all that stuff. Because now they're on the same Earth, so maybe we can get more cameos in each show. That's all I'm asking. So and so yeah, so these last two episodes were really great. What else? But everybody, all of these seasons are gonna renewed except for Arrow. So and then we're gonna get Stargirl. I don't know if Stargirl's gonna be same universe. Oh my goodness! The thing where I was like so surprised was I even walked up to TV. I was like, my mouth was just dropped for like 30 minutes. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe they actually did this. Ezra Miller's Flash is part of this universe. He comes face to face. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. Ezra Miller's Flash from the Justice League movie met with Grant Gustin's Flash. Others they were like, oh my goodness, I'm just getting goosebumps just talking about it, and that was literally the peak of the crossover where Ezra Miller Flash and Grant Gustin Flash meet, and they're like, what? Who are you? Who are you? I'm like, that was just really cool, and I'm glad that they did that. I am glad that Ezra Miller's Flash and Grant Gustin's Flash are together. That was like the height of both episodes. I don't know if I'm missing anything. So they defeat the Anti Monitor. But I can see why some people might not like. I enjoyed the whole crossover. I really enjoyed. I love every crossover that they've done, from the first one with just Arrow and Flash, and all the from that point on to this crossover. I really like the crossover. Some people might say, "Oh, it's just fan service. They're just giving you fan service." I think that's what the crossovers are supposed to be for. Just giving us fan service, giving us like, oh, this is like the only time where we're gonna get Arrow, the Spectre. This is the only time we're gonna get maybe the Anti Monitor and the Monitor. That's the only time we're gonna get Black Canary and the Flash and Superman. It's like this might be the only time where we're gonna get like 3 different Kryptonians on the same screen. Where else are you gonna get that? The movies are not gonna give us that. I don't think we're gonna get another Justice League for a while, and this is our Justice League for right now. This is the best Justice League movie of all time, because that Justice League that we just had with Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot, and that was not a good Justice League movie. This is the Justice League movie that we deserve. This is the Justice League movie that was actually built up, where it was actually, oh, Flash has his own show. DC Legends have their own show. Arrow has their own show. Batwoman has their own show. Um, Black Lightning has his own show. Everybody has their own show, and we're building up to this crossover. So we know these characters. We know who Black Lightning is. We know who Batwoman is. We know who Supergirl, Flash, Arrow. We know who these characters are, and we know. So then when it's the crossover time, we just need to know. It's just them interacting with each other. Um, it's just them with interacting with each other, so we don't need to know like, oh, so this is a new character. Oh, we're just introducing this character. No, we know their powers, we know their strengths, we know their weaknesses. um Everybody else knows each other already because they already done crossover, so it's basically Black Lightning just getting introduced, and he was this little kind of cameo kind of thing during the thing. He wasn't really in it the whole time, but it was really cool to see Black Lightning and Flash and Arrow and like all of them intermingling and acting off each other, and they're like really good friends. I know because they all hang out outside the show. So I think that that's what makes the camaraderie like, oh, they're actually really friends outside of work. They're outside of the show. So that means when they come into the show, they're like, okay, we get that they're actually friends. We get that they're actually they know what their weaknesses and their strengths are and all that stuff. But I think this is the final thing. Um, I enjoy like they're all of them on the same Earth. I really think that is cool. I think they're still gonna have some aftermath from Crisis on all the other shows. So I do recommend you watch all the other shows. I do recommend that because they are really good. They've gotten better. Each show has gotten better and better and better leading up to the crossover. I think that if they keep going, that they're gonna keep getting better and better. That's just my opinion. Some people might disagree with me. I'm just saying this is my opinion. I do recommend that you just watch it for yourself. Like, oh, these people are saying, oh, this is not good. I really enjoyed them. I have fun watching these shows, and you know, these are fun shows to watch. These are fun shows because this is the DC stuff that we're getting right now. We're not getting a lot of DC movies, so this is, in between stuff. This is the DC stuff that we're getting because who knows when we're gonna get another crossover with all these DC heroes ever again. We don't even know. We're probably never gonna get this level of hype and all this stuff for the DC universe. Oh, and please give me a like. Please give me a subscribe if you haven't already. I know I've said it before, but please, it really does help a lot. And thank you for all the people who have stuck through the series, watch all the episodes, watch me review the episodes. I really appreciate it. And the special announcement I'm gonna make is oh yeah, so this is the end of the episode. The special announcement is I'm gonna make a podcast. Might convert this into the podcast channel. Who knows? I'm gonna do a podcast called Podcast 20, where I'm gonna have a guest on, and we're gonna talk about what they geek or nerd out about. It doesn't have to be comics. Doesn't have to be anything comic related. Because when people say, "Oh, nerd out," they mean comic books or movies. It could be comic books, could be movies, could be sports, could be fitness, could be cars, it could be all that stuff. So, and then I'm gonna have another probably do that once a week, once a week or once every 2 weeks. And I'll have a day where I'm gonna just do a podcast by myself, where I just geek out, talk about whatever I want to talk about, and I think that's gonna be a very interesting thing, and hopefully you guys. So please subscribe. So I'm gonna be doing the podcast hopefully soon. So I will let you guys know if I do change the channel into the podcast. Will let you guys know. I don't want to say changing it. But thank you guys. Love you guys. Again, like, subscribe. And I will see you guys later.